But Chicano is the most legitimate label we have. And so far, it goes back to the Aztec times because the Aztec tribe that was like the main leaders of the Aztecs were known as Mexicanos. And during the 16th century, when the Spanish overwhelmed Tenochtitlan and the Aztecs, uh, among the Aztecs, the Mexicanos, they started using that word, somos Mexicanos. And then from there, within less than 100 years, it became popularized as Chicanos. So the downtrodden, the poor, the oppressed, the ones that experienced that conquest, were known as the Mexicanos or Chicanos. And among the population for hundreds of years, they wouldn't use that label uh, for popular discourse or interactions. But among themselves, it was a term they used, somos Chicanos. And my dad used to use the phrase chicas patas, somos chicas patas. And that means we're Mexicanos, but we're chicas patas. We're the downtrodden element within the Mexican population, the indigenous population. So Chicano during the 1960s surfaced as a potential label for Mexicans that had left Mexico, were acculturated to the Anglo English speaking world. So they took it upon themselves to use that word Chicano. It was no, as a matter of fact, my brother that I mentioned, that's a World War II veteran, and other people from that generation didn't like Chicanos because they realized it meant the downtrodden, meant the poor, the disenfranchised. But our population of younger people were not burdened with those kinds of historical weights, and we embraced Chicano because it covered us as Mexicans in the United States, plus Mexicans who spoke English and Spanish, or a polyglot version of Spanish, Calo, or the Pachuco language. So, and it became popular among the activists in the 60s. A lot of organizations took it as its name. And of course, another name surfaced, Aztlan, the original name of this territory that the Chichimeca tribes that preceded the Aztecs and the Toltecs. They were part of the larger tribal name. And the Chichimecas are also Hopi and Apache. That was a big generic uh, tribal group of northern Mexico, southwestern United States. And they refer to their land as Aztlan.